afternoon, Mzansi, and a very warm welcome to you. Now, Afternoon Express is back this evening with me, Balisa Tembe. With all the doom and gloom that current times hold, it's always therapeutic to find a reason to smile. And if laughter is the best medicine, then today's comedic duo are our indispensable dispensaries. I'm talking about internet sensation Josh and Caroline, whose antics online have gained them adoration nationwide. They'll be joining us in the kitchen as we prepare their favorite meals, including pap and a chunky chakalaka, as well as malva pudding and custard for dessert. From comfort food to comedy, Josh and Caroline have you covered. So without delay, let's meet this hilarious pair. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what an intro. And trust me, Mzansi, it is all about the giggles today.
I hope we can live up to that intro.
I'm sure you can. Now, I've been following you guys very fondly since about 2020. Beginning of lockdown, things were kind of crazy, and I really did turn to the internet for my light at the end of the tunnel. And you two are exactly that. Now, quite unexpected pairing when it comes to the two of you. Josh, Caroline, tell me about how you two met. How do you know each other for some of the South Africans who are not familiar with your content? And how did this duo come to be?
I'm gonna hand that to you.
I think it's been 18 years. I know Joshua, if I'm not mistaken. I started working there. He was young, not a boy. It was 11 or 12 years.
How old was I?
Yeah.
I think I was probably like 11 years old.
Yeah, and then I started working there. I was domestic maid.
Yeah, so I moved to Cape Town, and I was very young, and Caroline started working for our family. And she was also really young. I think you were 18 at the time, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were both very young, and we just got along like brother and sister, and we used to make little funny videos. We always used to prank each other. So yeah, we've been making videos for a long time together.
Yeah, you both definitely have that kind of sibling-like interaction and that sibling-like bond. The sibling rivalry is times a billion when I saw you. In fact, you know, Mzansi, I saw this very, very shocking video where Caroline took a whole bunch of helium balloons, tied Joshua's phone to the helium balloons, have him take a dart gun, throw the balloons in the air with his phone, and he had to basically shoot down the balloons in order to get his phone. Now, I saw those balloons fly away. I need to find out what happened. Did you get your phone?
So that was just like a funny fake video. It was just like a skit that we were doing.
Okay, good.
No. But we were supposed to shoot the balloons down.
And they do miss.
But I missed, and the phone actually flew away.
Well, celebrate to everyone whoever got that phone. Shout out to them. Okay, but let me get into just the nitty-gritty of what you guys do create. The bond between you two is definitely undeniable. You first taught Caroline how to drive, and that was like the first viral video.
Yes.
And Joshua, it almost seems as if you've always just had a knack for the camera and what people want to see. So let's have a look at this, how you taught Caroline how to drive video.
Sorry.
Okay, can I go now?
I'll go now.
Where? This side? Wait.
Actually, go left, y'all. Go left. Stop!
What?
Okay, just for reference, we almost went straight through that guy's garage.
I'm scared now. Oh. I need water.
You need what?
Water, really.
You need water?
To calm down. I almost die.
I almost got killed by you.
Joshua will kill you.
Yeah. I need water just from watching that. I mean, Caroline, do you know how to drive yet?
No.
Yeah. Expected, because I also wouldn't know how to drive from all of that panic and all of that stress. Josh, your love for the camera, your love for creating content, where did that birth from?
So this was one of the first videos that we did together, and I mean, it wasn't anything that we did for like for online. We just did it for fun. And that's where kind of our stuff started. But when it comes to my work, I've been taking photos since I was 10 years old. Wow. It's always something that I've loved to do and create videos. We've got like funny videos of me when I was younger, just getting up to little nonsense. Like I literally haven't changed in many ways.
Caroline did say you were a naughty boy.
I am a naughty boy, yeah. And I don't think that will ever change. And it's funny because she's like exactly the same way, but she's just a naughty girl.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so from a very young age, you both kind of connected, the bond was made. You loved being on camera, you loved creating content, so why not marry the two? I mean, Caroline, you've already said that you've been a part of this family from a very, very young age.
Yeah.
And this is what I love to see. When it comes to South African households, as soon as you do employ someone, it becomes more than just a working employee relationship. They truly become part of the family. And Caroline, we've seen this come to life, I suppose, when Josh's family started a crowdfunding page online for you to be able to accomplish a dream and a goal of yours, which is to own your own property and have a home for yourself. How far are you with that goal? And number two, what are you most looking forward to when you do have your own home?
My house is almost finished.
Congratulations!
You know what? Now I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm moving from shake to bricks. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I like to thank everyone who contributed to my house. So now my family are happy. It's not only me I'm happy. It's my family, because that house is not belong to me only.
Yeah.
And my family.
It truly does take a village, and this is what we're seeing coming together, a spirit of community. And that's what I love about your videos. It truly does bring people together for the greater good. Josh, you've also decided to take your ideas a step further. You've started a podcast.
I have.
It is called Wide Awake podcast, and you speak and you bring to life such incredible topics like gangsterism, and you truly bring awareness to what we should be speaking about. Tell us about your podcast.
So I've been doing documentary photography for a long time, since I was like 16 years old.
Sure.
And it's something that I've really loved, and I started interviewing people, but I'm not much of a writer. But I'm a decent interviewer. Don't read the comment section because they'll say otherwise. But I just loved interviewing people and telling stories. So I thought, why not bring guests that you generally wouldn't see on a podcast and people that I've been meeting along the way through my documentary photography journey, and bring them on and let them tell their own stories. And I mean, that's what the podcast is about. It's about hearing stories that you generally wouldn't hear anywhere else.
How's the reception been?
It's been amazing, actually. Like, for a podcast, especially a new podcast, it takes a long time to build up a following. But I think the second video got like over 500,000 views, which is like a lot on YouTube, you know? And I've been posting to YouTube for a long time, and it never got any kind of reception like that. But I think before I was doing stuff that I thought people wanted to see, and it just maybe didn't feel so genuine. So I started doing stuff that I really enjoyed doing. And since then, it's just been going really well.
Skyrocketing. Well, you both have definitely brought smiles onto South Africans' faces. We've all fallen in love just watching your journey over the past few years. But now we're about to take this a step further. We're about to challenge them when it comes to all things kitchen. Now, whether they're out pranking each other, and of course, Josh and Caroline, they sure do work up a thirst. So we're about to quench that thirst, and there's no better way to cool down than with a refreshing pineapple mojito by the pool. When we come back, the two join us, making the sweet and tangy thirst quencher.
Maxis and Moni's was Pasta Wednesdays. Bravo to you. Stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand every day, plus 10,000 Rand every Pasta Wednesday. See in store for details. T's and C's apply.
Afternoon Express, and this Tuesday we have a star-studded cook-along, or rather should I say masterclass, as they guide us through their skills and trips in the kitchen. But of course we cannot just have our stars, Joshua and Caroline. We also have to bring in our favorite foodie and Afternoon Express resident chef. Welcome back, Dumza.
It feels good to be back in the kitchen. I'm just so excited. I feel like a kid in a candy store. These are two of my favorite people in SA.
Absolutely. And speaking about your favorite people in SA, this actually leads us quite perfectly to our social media question. This is what we want to find out from you, Mzansi. You win a dinner date with your favorite celeb. Who are you choosing and what are you making them? Make sure you use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Now, Josh, Caroline, keep that in your mind at the end of the show. I want to ask you, who are you inviting to your star-studded celebrity dinner and what are you cooking, ne? Okay,
Perfect.
Think about it. Now let's go to our first recipe for today. Now nothing beats a hot summer's day more than a cool and refreshing fruit-filled drink. Josh and Caroline are bringing out their they're taking you on a trip, making you enjoy the most beautiful mojito mocktail filled with the refreshing Clover Manhattan iced tea. This will not only quench your thirst, but it'll also bound to get those creative juices flowing. Stumi, it's all about juices and iced tea.
Look, I figured that if we're going to be having stars in the kitchen today, stars on the show, we might as well give a star performance in the kitchen by giving us a star drink. And if you're looking for something that's refreshing and revitalizing, this is exactly what this mocktail will do for you, because I know you guys get up to a lot. So after you've done all of that, hopefully you
Something to cool us down.
Something to cool you down, right? Okay, and it's quite simple. I mean, it starts off by, I think the first step with any bartender, anyone that makes a drink, you want to make it look good. So to start it off, I'm going to ask everyone, Bali included, because today, Bali, I know you look pretty today, but we want to get you working just a little bit.
Have your own.
Yes, yeah. So just get a nice lime wedge and just make a, on the rim of your glass, just spread it around here just so that it wets the top.
Yeah, wet the rim, eh?
Yeah, just perfect.
Josh is also already starting on a naughty note. I love it. I love it.
Is that good enough?
How's it going there, Caroline?
Good. Good. Once you've done that, there's a bit of sugar in a small little bowl next to you.
Do we just dip it in?
Just dip it in top side, the side that we actually just put the lime on. So what we're doing now is just making it pretty, but also whenever you're having a drink, you want a lingering flavor, a lingering taste. So this is what it does, is you drink it, because it's a lemon flavored, we've got some lemon flavor, some pineapple, you want to have that refreshing flavor. Yeah, it looks good, Cara, I love it, absolutely love it. Now let's go into making this drink of ours. We've used some very strong flavors. We've got some pineapple, you can add that into your glass.
This was butter for a second.
I know, right? It looks so nice and bright.
Butter in a mocktail, Josh. Already, Caroline, do you trust Josh in the kitchen?
Nope. Can I put all?
You can put all of it, yes, depending on how much you like. This is
Just
the best
put
thing.
everything.
Yeah, the best thing about making such drinks is you can add or subtract whatever you prefer. I don't know if you make drinks at all together.
Not really, no. Just
Not
tea.
really. Just tea. That's great.
Can I tell you what Caroline did earlier?
Yeah?
So this morning I saw
Oh,
Caroline and
God.
she says, I've got a new diet. And I said, what is it? She says, lemon and coffee.
I've never heard of that.
I mean, Caroline, you have to tell us some backtrack. Why lemon and coffee? Because I love some lemon in my tea.
Like
Yeah.
Caroline, why lemon and coffee? What does it do for you?
to lose weight
Okay.
But how does it do it?
without sugar.
Okay.
Okay,
Interesting.
we got it.
Let's stay on that lemon flavored tip, but we're going to be using our pineapple
eating lemon?
flavored Manhattan iced tea. But before we go there, you've added some pineapple,
Yes.
add some lemon into there, add some mint as well, and then add a little bit of the bicarb. So what we're doing here is we want it to fizz it up just a little bit. So not all of that bicarb, just a little bit.
Ooh, I just put all of it.
It's fine, it's fine. In fact, I'm also going to put...
I mean, are you starting a science experiment over there? Because, you know, bicarb has so many different
We're about
reactions.
to find out.
Yeah, and then just muddle it a bit with the back of your
Okay.
spatula. I'm using a muddler, you've got a wooden spoon. So anything you've got in the kitchen, use that. And then now we're about to see something exciting. Add a little bit of ice, just a little bit. A little bit of your ice in there.
It's pre-crushed, I see.
Perfect. Now the star of the show comes in, which is our
putting ice.
Yes.
Yebo. Our Clover Manhattan, which we're using the pineapple flavor. And even though we're going with pineapple here, because of the lemon flavors, you could also, well, thank you, sir. You could also do that. Drink it straight from the bottle. You could also use the pineapple. And what I love about it is it uses natural tea extracts. It's got different variants from green tea, from black tea, rooibos tea. So whatever you prefer, you can use that. But let's go into making this mocktail. Let's
Oh, I see why Josh did that. This is yummy.
It's
just
just
on
right.
its own.
Right?
Take a sip, Caroline.
I
Might
left
be
behind
as well.
Wow,
let's
it's so
pour
good.
Our pineapple into our drink. And there you go.
I thought something was going to happen.
It was
Why did we add the bicarb?
supposed to bubble up and fizz up like you normally do with sparkling water. But I guess today is not the day. Let's finish it up with our sparkling water then, just to get the fizz in there. And I'd like to say to my honeys in the kitchen and everyone here, that is our mocktail done. Finish up your drink, make it pretty. And let us all indulge some pineapple, some lime wedge.
Okay, so now it's just time to decorate. I mean, Mama Caroline, do you believe whenever you prepare food for the family, do you believe that it needs to look good?
No. Only to taste good.
Yes!
And it always tastes good.
Does it always taste good?
It always tastes good.
Well, here's to some refreshing mocktails
Cheers.
as we do line up our stomachs for what is coming up. Now, to get the recipe, please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Yummy. This tastes really
Me
good.
and Joshi already got the recipe.
I'll go. But one of you say,
Oh, he's back.
move away.
Clover fresh milk.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, if you've just joined us, we have social media stars Caroline and Josh in studio. So, because we're celebrating, of course, their celebrity favorite dishes, we've decided to play a game. You picked that up. We decided to play a game to see how well the two of them know each other. More specifically, their taste buds. That's right. Does Caroline know what Josh likes and dislikes when it comes to food? Well, let's find out. So, how the game works, you two, you'll each have a whiteboard and a Cokie that we just saw falling all over the place. And then I will read out a question for you both to answer. And of course, you have to answer what the other person's favorite is. So for example, I could say, where would your partner love to go on holiday? So you have to guess what that answer would be. You write it down. Now, before you reveal your answers, I'm going to ask your partner to give us their answer, so there's no cheating.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you guys are very close and you spend an awful lot of time together. But how well do you think you'll do answering some of these questions? Do you think you'll do well?
I think we'll do okay. Eh?
You say?
Okay, well, we hope so.
Yeah.
Your first question, just to feel it out, goes a little bit like this. Your partner can't have breakfast without... No, yeah, you can't look at each other's
So
answers.
you write down what you think I can't have without breakfast. That didn't make sense.
No, but she gets it. Basically, yes. What can he not have breakfast without? And the same with Joshua. What does Caroline, what can she not have breakfast without? You both have your answers?
Yeah.
Have you both written down? So what does Joshua always have to have in his breakfast? Guess, just guess.
What do I like for
You're
breakfast?
running out of time.
Sure.
5,
English has lost us today.
4, 3, 2, 1. Are you done? Because I'm about to... Your time is up.
Yeah, she's done.
I get time to reveal the answers, Mzansi. Joshua, you first answer. What can you have breakfast without? What can you not have breakfast without?
Tea.
Tea. So what's your answer?
Bread.
Show South Africa. You have to show South Africa. Bread. Ah, so that answer's wrong. And Caroline, what can you not have breakfast without?
What do you like for breakfast?
Bread.
Bread. Well, this is awkward. Show your answer.
Lemon water. You like lemon water. You always have lemon water.
And bread.
And bread, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems as if, but that's how the game works, you know. Whether you agree or whether you disagree, it's all about having corresponding answers.
Okay, we don't have those.
Question number 2. And upstairs, please count down some 15 seconds or something, because they are taking so long with their answers,
like I
okay,
will
child?
understand,
Your second question goes like this. What is your partner's least favorite homemade dish? Something that people make at home that you just don't like. What is your partner's least favorite dish? Think about what they like. You've got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're done. Let us have Joshua. What is your answer? What is your least favorite homemade dish?
Probably, I'm trying to think. Probably pork. Anything
Pork.
Related, yeah.
You're so nervous, Caroline. Can you reveal your answer? Pancake. Do you hate pancakes, Josh?
I love pancakes. It's my favorite thing ever.
I definitely all thumbs down on that one. Oh my goodness, how well do these two know each other? Caroline, what is your least favorite homemade dish?
Spaghetti.
Reveal your answer, Josh.
Fish or pork? You know, the thing
Let's
is...
see, let's show South Africa the answer.
Fish or pork? I'm getting all these answers right, but...
No.
I'm confused. Mzansi, did they even live together from a very young age? I'm starting to question. Okay, let's keep this ball rolling. What is your partner's favorite comfort food? What is your partner's favorite comfort food?
You know this, Caroline.
Okay, let's see as they write down their answers. Hopefully this will be the first point that they get on board. So you both have written your answers. That was the quickest you've had answers. In 3, 2, 1, Joshua, what is your favorite comfort food?
Pop.
Let's see the answer.
Yes.
Yeah! She got it right! Pop! And Caroline, what is your favorite comfort food?
Baking spaghetti.
Oh my God, you just said say pop.
You had one job.
You had one job.
Because
Reveal your answer. Let's see. Indeed, he wrote Bab. Unfortunately, it seems as if we have got the one person winning. I just want... Okay, we don't have time. I wanted to sneak in one more, but it seems as if, Caroline, you walk away the winner. But I'm bitterly disappointed with just 1 point on the board. Congratulations, Caroline.
We'll have to do some studying for next time.
Yeah, definitely some studying because you both did not understand this assignment.
No.
Now let's head over back into the kitchen. We have a fun recipe lined up for you. Nothing gets better than pap and chakalaka gravy. Yummy.
back, South Africa, and yes, you are correct. We are still having a fun time in our kitchen today, and we've decided to put to the test these two people that claim to be duos for life. I mean, you were talking about favorites this, favorites that, but now we're going to be making something that you claim is your favorite, Josh, right? You like pap?
I love pap.
Do you ever make it yourself?
I do, but I'm not very good at making it.
Okay, and I guess that's why you are here, Kero. You're going to show us how to make your pap the way that Josh likes it.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now, Josh and Caroline have certainly become a household name in SA. This dynamic duo has brought us some of the best content and truly embody what it means to be South African. What better way to celebrate them than to enjoy their pap and chunky chakalaka, other than one of their another favorites. So, Josh, you're on chakalaka duty. Have you ever made chakalaka before?
So, I've never made chakalaka. I've got it out of a can before, and I think that's about the extent of it. But
okay, perfect.
We're going to give it a go.
Let's give it a go. But before we do that, okay, in your pan, I see you've already got some onions going.
I've got some onions going.
Let's turn that heat down because it might just burn. I'll help you over there. Awesome stuff.
I got it.
Awesome. So you can start with the ingredients you've got. I see you've got some carrots, you've got some peppers. So normally whenever
Does the order matter?
It really does matter because of how you want the flavor to go into the dish. I know you were ready to just throw everything
Just ready
in,
to throw it all in.
So maybe start with your peppers, because what we're doing is we're building flavor and we're building levels of different flavors. So we'll go in with our peppers there because the onions already started sauteing. So peppers in, both your red and yellow peppers. And so
The yellow.
This one?
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me, Caroline.
This is why, but you also mentioned that you guys don't ever cook together. You hardly cook together, but you cook for each other.
Yeah, so we generally cook separately, but we enjoy each other's cooking.
Oh, interesting.
Every now and then, you know, when we're in the kitchen together, it gets a bit messy.
I can understand because you guys are quite big personalities,
Yeah.
both of you. Now, Carol, while all of that is just cooking down, I think you can start us on how the pap is made in your house. So we've got some water that's been boiling here, nice and hot, and you've got some maize meal and butter. So how would you normally make your pap in the house?
I'm always using a small bowl.
Okay.
I can use this one.
Yes, you may definitely do that.
In cold water.
Ah, so this
Like
is a step. Yeah, I know a lot of people do that. And then?
Sorry.
No problem.
And stir it.
So this is what we call umdogo. You're starting like the
like umdogo, yeah.
the porridge step.
Porridge.
Okay, perfect.
And waiting for my water to boil.
Okay. All right, so while we're waiting for the water to boil, I think, Josh, you can go in with the rest of the ingredients now.
I can just
start
pour
with
it all
the
in.
spices first.
Okay.
So the reason we add the spices first is we want to build the flavor, so whatever else that goes in basically absorbs the rest of whatever you're putting in there. You've got some curry, that's paprika. You can add that. And then you've also got some curry powder.
Too much.
Okay. It's okay, Caroline. There's never too much. Okay. All of this?
All of that.
Okay.
That's the curry powder. So if you don't want anything too strong, you can definitely use a milder one. You can definitely, if you want it spicier, you can go with the hot curry as well. And then you've also got some ground coriander.
Which one's that? This one?
That's the one. Perfect. Add all of that in as well. But if you don't like anything that's too pungent flavor-wise, then you also can mellow it down and add.
I like a good strong flavor.
That's great. That's awesome.
Smelling good.
Smelling good.
You want to taste it, Caroline? Let me know how it is. Are you sure?
Not ready.
It's not yet. So what's next? I think at the rate you're going now, you know exactly what he needs to add.
What do I need to do, Caroline?
Check out.
Carrots.
Carrots?
Yeah. No, I think you are on the right track. Carrots, and I think at this point a lot of people would add the carrots and add other things like their chutneys and the tomato sauces just to build that flavor.
Okay.
But now what you'd want to do is you'd want the carrots to cook down until they're nice and soft and cooked through. But now you can add even
tomato and
add a
beans.
bit more. Yeah, you can add the tomatoes, a little bit more oil because I think it's looking a little dry. And then, Carol, I think we can start getting that water going. I see that it's slightly almost where we need to be. But you can actually just get started, just so we show South Africa.
I think just pour it in, Caroline.
Just pour it.
Whether it's a little bit lumpy or it doesn't matter.
After that, he's going to taste it.
He's going to eat it. As I'm taste that.
We literally haven't eaten the whole day as well.
Oh, okay.
We've had a little bit to eat, so we're pretty hungry.
Okay, perfect. And then you add the rest of it in there. So in essence, what you're doing is you want it to be like umdogo, then you add everything.
And add more milk. Milk.
Okay. Impoopu. Okay, and then I think, Josh, you can also just add everything else together.
I'm just putting everything out.
Well done.
And good.
And the sugar, is the sugar going in?
So the sugar is optional because some people like their chakalaka, like myself, a little on the sweeter side. Some people don't even like it on the sweeter side. They like more chili and spicier stuff. So it would be completely up to you if you want to add the spices, if you want to add even fresh chili would go in there as well.
It's gone in.
It's gone in.
It's gone in already.
All right, so in essence, you're just building the flavors now. I normally let my chakalaka cook down for like 20, 30 minutes because you want it to absorb all of those flavors. You can even add some more water just to give it more body.
And salt, are you adding?
Yes, you can add the salt and pepper as well. Well done, Josh, for adding the water, because if it gets too dry...
Just checking to see if it's sparkling or not.
It's definitely not. And Kara, I think you can also just add the rest of your pap there. But
How's
this
it
is
going,
in essence
Caroline?
how it would look if you guys were cooking together, right?
Usually at home it gets a little bit messy, but I think we're trying to keep it clean here today.
Well, we're keeping it clean here in the Afternoon Express kitchen, and if you also want to get your hands on this amazing recipe, then make sure to go over to afternoonexpress.co.za. And this is not the end. We still have one more recipe that we want to cook with you guys, right? And I'd like you to stay tuned, South Africa, because malva pudding is one of those desserts that seem easy on paper, but screw it up, and every South African Tani is on your case. But don't fret, when we come back, Caroline and Josh join us again to prepare a classic malva pudding accompanied by a generous helping of creamy...
Oh, no, Josh!
You guys don't want to see what's happening in this kitchen, guys. See you after this.
Maxis and Moni's What's Up Pasta Wednesdays. Bravo to you. Stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand every day, plus 10,000 Rand every Pasta Wednesday. See in store for details. T's and C's apply.
Welcome back to your Afternoon Express Masterclass, and I'm back in the kitchen, baby. I felt a little bit of FOMO when they were creating that delicious pap and chakalaka recipe. I decided to bring it on back. Of course, joining me in the kitchen, we've got our resident chef, Dumi, and of course, our superstars this evening, Josh and Caroline. You guys ready to get into some dessert?
We're definitely ready.
You got a sweet tooth, Caroline?
Yeah.
You love something sweet? Okay, let's make sure
it's gonna be like
delicious. Well, let's get right into it. They say that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Josh and Caroline are about to prepare the all-time South African classic malva pudding. This is one of their favorites, and one thing's for sure, served with a generous helping of Clover Classic custard, there won't be a crumb left once they're done. Now, this is what I'm talking about, something that you eat from start to finish that can kind of be a little guilt guilt-free.
Yeah, and I think the one thing is a lot of times when people make it, people like to add a lot of different things to it, add nuts, add this and that, but we decided to keep it as traditional as possible. Keep it
simple.
Keep it simple, you know? And to make sure that we're keeping it simple, I'm going to be having Carol, you're on sauce duty for us, and you and I are on the cake batter side.
Perfect.
Now, how we start is we've got some sugar that's already been creamed together with some butter. Nah? I'm going to whisk these together, but the next step would be for us to add our egg to this mixture. But normally what happens is we need to add bicarb and vinegar into this mixture, but most people, I don't know if you know how to test if your bicarb is fresh.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I have no idea.
So maybe you can show us and the rest of South Africa how to do that. Right next to you, you've got a bowl.
Okay.
And into that, you can drop some of the bicarb in there. That's the white little powder.
This is the stuff that's supposed to fizzle. That didn't fizzle
That
in the
bitterly
drink.
disappoints us earlier. But hopefully this experiment will work this time.
Hopefully,
Let's
Bali.
see. And then this?
So now that's vinegar. So we're trying to test whether it's still active and it's still fuzzy and it's going to do what it was supposed to do in the first segment, which didn't happen. So maybe plop it in there, and what happens is if it works and it's still fresh, it's supposed to fizzle up.
Okay.
If it's not, then what happened before is what...
This is going to go...
So let's see, show us.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, it's fizzling.
It's fizzling, you see?
Okay.
That's what we were expecting. We wanted our drinks to be nice and fizzly and all of that. I don't know if you guys like fizzy drinks.
I do.
Maybe
a little bit
add
too
some
much.
bicarb.
Okay, Stanley,
So now
well,
what do I
on
do
that
with this?
section, you guys seem to be well on your way. Keep mixing, Dumi. Here on Caroline's section, now, Caroline, girl, you said uyazithanda izinto ezimnandi. You love sweet treats. What would be your favorite? Hi, Mo!
I don't know if you saw what she did during the break, but she poured it all over my head. So
You have literally got flour on your head, Caroline. Oh, something.
You want me to look like a granny?
thought I'd get a little bit of payback.
Dumi, I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm getting a sneak peek, like a fly on the wall into their kitchen.
I feel like I need to join them in their kitchen. You guys, the flour goes into the bowl, Josh, not on Caroline.
Are you sure you don't want anyone?
No thanks.
Okay. Okay. Is there enough to go around?
No thanks.
Okay.
No thanks. But let's go back to the sauce, right? To get our sauce started, you've got some butter. You can add the butter into the bowl there. And then we want it to melt up with that sugar. Once it's melted, you can then add the milk and some cream. So this sauce, in essence, is going to go on top of the malva pudding. Yeah, that's perfect. You can actually add the milk and the cream as well and get those done melted
Let me do
together.
that. Okay, wait.
Caroline, if you need any flour, you've got some on your head. Just...
By cheap price.
A cheap price. I must say,
Okay, so what do I...
Is this how Joshua's been his whole life? This is how he's been. He just continues to play pranks on you and...
Flour is not the first time.
Wow.
When
I remember one day you put the flour, I was getting angry. You pay for this, Josh. Just give me money to go to the salon.
You gotta pay. That's exactly what I would say. Josh, I mean, how often does Caroline also, you know, stick one to you?
She does it quite often. It's usually in revenge, I'm not going to lie. I'm usually the person that starts everything. But mine are usually a lot more elaborate. So the time she's talking about with the flour was when I was very young. I waited for her to come into work, and I had a whole tub of flour on top of the door. And as she opened it was supposed to fall on her, but she saw me waiting to do it, so she walked around, and I just took the whole thing, and I just went, poof. And she started screaming, and she's like, Josh, you're going to pay for the salon, okay?
Yeah. Brilliant. I mean, this is what it's all about. Yeah, I really do feel like I am part and parcel of the Josh-Caroline duo. Lalela Sisi will help you get clean a little later, but for now, let's finish this malva pudding. Let's finish this malva pudding.
Okay, cool. So I've added some vanilla into this. I've added some jam. I've also added some milk. And then into this, I'm also adding some salt, some bicarb, some bacon.
Done.
That's done. Perfect. So this, in essence, once I've added our flour, this is the malva pudding base done. And this goes into the oven to bake at 180 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. Just watch it go golden brown. You can even cook it for 45 minutes. It all depends on your oven. But once it cooks, it comes out looking that golden brown that you've got there, Caroline. And then you can add some of the sauce on top of it. Prick it nicely with that skewer.
Take over.
What that does is it helps to make sure that the sauce goes right through up until the bottom of the sauce.
Yeah, so this is what...
I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm the spectator of this whole thing.
Well, before
No
you
one trusts me in the kitchen anymore.
Well, we don't, but I do trust you to add some of our Clover Classic custard onto that little bit of our malva pudding that we've got there, because we want you guys to taste it, because as much as it's delicious on its own, you can pour it onto desserts, you can pour it on anywhere you enjoy, but you can even enjoy it on its own. Just literally pour it over and that's about it. So that
great.
sauce needs to absorb nicely, but I think maybe
I'll
this is
help
the
you
perfect
there.
time for you guys to
Give it some
a
time
taste.
to melt.
Give it some time
We'll
to
just go straight into it, I think.
Please do go into it. Let me know if you approve. Give us the stamp of approval here on Afternoon Express for our
No, it's really good.
You love
Josh
it.
and Caroline malva pudding.
Caroline,
I'll
do you want
call you
some
on my
custard?
birthday.
Thank you.
Well, just like that, enjoy, eat up, but the fun is not done here in the kitchen. I mean, look at Caroline, my goodness. If you want to find out how to get this recipe and not on your head, I mean in your kitchen, simply head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Finish up. Yummy.
That's really good.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
My goodness, it is laughs, it is jokes. We did say that laughter is the best medicine, and boy, did we get it in buckets loads full with these two in the kitchen. But it's time to keep the good times going, eh?
Good.
Hey, that's the least he could do. Okay, now if you haven't seen Josh and Caroline's videos doing the rounds on your social media algorithms, we're going to give you a taste into the kind of content that these two post. Josh and Caroline will be watching snippets of their top 5 videos, and at home, you get to see their reactions live on air. But before we get into it, Josh and Caroline, which one are you? I already know which I am. When you post your videos, are you the type that keeps going back to watch the video over and over and over again, or as soon as you post it, you never watch it again, you just keep going?
So, my dad always says the reason we get so many views is because we watch our videos all the time. And what's your favorite part?
Comments. To read comments. So I love to read comments.
Yeah. Oh,
That's my favorite part.
I love that. It sounds like me. I'm also the only person that gets my views up on any of my videos. Watch it again. Go, little rock star. I'm cheering myself on. So let's take a little sneak peek into some of your videos. I mean, first up, we have a snippet from Josh and Caroline's very first video that went live. Caroline, we hope that you still want to get your driver's license after this. I mean, we did get to watch a little bit of it, but now let's get your reaction to that video. Let's watch.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, can I go now?
I'll go now.
Where? This side.
Wow.
Go left, y'all. Go left.
Caroline, what were you thinking in this moment? What were you thinking?
During that driving video, it was scary, wasn't it?
Okay, just for reference.
Safety was good, but inside the car,
We almost went straight through that guy's garage.
because my teacher was concentrating to other things, so it was like...
And Joshua, what were you thinking? I mean, your life is literally in Caroline's hands right now.
I know, it was so funny because when we posted it, everyone was like, he's so calm. And I was like, I feel like I just don't get scared with these kind of things. You know, I've been in quite a few car accidents myself, so I don't know, maybe I tend to just kind of do things without thinking quite a lot. Like the flower.
Yeah, like the flower. He just kind of goes for it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was the first one. Now things get a little bit more risky. I mean, next up, we have the two of you in the pool trying to canoe. Now, what was going on here, guys? Let's take a look. You guys talk us through what was going on during this canoe journey.
So I was doing a video where it was called Unfiltered, and I bought this canoe to go paddle through, like, it's one of the most dirty rivers in Cape Town. It's in the middle of a township, and I was like to Caroline, we need to test this out first. So we got in the canoe, and
Sure.
you can see what happened. I mean, basically, Caroline thought she was about to die.
It's tilting. There goes Caroline. She's falling under the water. And there you guys go, Caroline.
Like, what did you think when you saw that you were falling into the water? You thought you were, like, falling into the middle of the ocean. It was so deep. It was like 3 foot.
I don't think I breathed on that time. I was I'm dead. Because I was looking for Joshua, I can't find him.
And I was dragging her down with me.
Hi.
I was just focused on getting the camera.
Caroline, I do not know how you trust this man. Okay, then we have this risky one where Josh set up activated mouse traps and started handstanding, walking in between them. You're crazy, Joshua. I mean, let's have a look at this. What were you thinking, and have you always been a gymnast?
So I started doing gymnastics when I was very young. I only did it for like a few months, but I always did handstands. I'll show you quick.
Okay, we have to see this, Joshua!
Okay. I'm back. So I love doing handstands. I do it downstairs through rat traps. I just love doing handstands. And Caroline's always there to like give a good reaction in the background, you know, like.
Of sorts. Caroline, when you first saw Joshua doing these moves, what are you thinking?
First, I ran out. I said, George, you can do it without me. Because if you hate yourself, yeah, when you're crying, I'll cry too. And then I said, come,
You don't believe that they're really
and then I come back when I see, look, I was like...
Stunning. Well, my favorite part of the video is when Caroline took to also going upside down, and you also tried to do your own handstand, but girl, you're more like me. I would have cheated as well. Put them on the roof, honey.
Remember on the roof?
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, now if teaching Caroline to drive a car wasn't enough, here she is trying out a motorcycle. Caroline, I mean, what were you thinking going through this whole motorbike experience?
The crash.
Because I saw myself, I failed to drive a car. I said, next, let me try a motorbike.
And how did that go?
I didn't know I must. I forgot. In fact, Tony, Georgia's father,
Yes.
he taught me how to drive.
And how to start.
And then I forgot. I was talking to George, and I end up put.
Oh, too much vomit, too much acceleration.
Turn on and like, what, Josh? And then the motorbike is going. And the children said they can't come to me because he's scared too.
My dad bought that motorcycle and it was completely broken and rusted, and he spent like 7 months fixing it, all by himself in his workshop, and then he gave it to us for about 5 seconds and we saw what happened.
You saw what happened after 5 seconds. I mean, I'm sorry, Babaga Josh, because I would also be so upset. I mean, and for this one, Caroline, please explain to us how you managed to get stuck in this hole. This was hilarious. When you got stuck in the hole, girl, tell us about that.
Hole to the beach.
That one.
So, you want me to answer for you?
That one, like, I'm embarrassed to look.
You're embarrassed to watch.
So I had been digging this hole for a video, and it was going to be me jumping to the beach, so it made it look like we were jumping from my house to the beach. And Caroline decided to get in it, and then she couldn't get out of it. Basically, is the whole thing.
And then I asked neighbors to come and help me too.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, your relationship is truly one that we all love to watch. Now, it's almost time to say goodbye, but what a fun time we've had with these two in studio today. We hope that we have made you laugh at home, Mzansi. Please do comment with us on social media and let us know if you're giggling along.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
We are brave enough because we are the pharmacists. We have taken the oath that we have to serve the community. That's what we are for. We are very helpful, and we go an extra mile to get, if the medication is not available, we do an extra mile to get the medications for our community.
I moved into Orchards area in 1983, and in 1985 the Orchards Pharmacy opened here. So I'm one of the first customers of Orchards Pharmacy. And since then, always good service, reliable, your medication is always on time, and the pharmacists are always willing to help you. You know, if you got a problem, then they know what to do.
The community has supported us a lot, and they gave us they sent us thank you messages, and we do a lot of deliveries. And during the pandemic time, they didn't even come inside the pharmacy. They were outside waiting for us, and we deliver the medication to them.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
With schools opening again, teachers and parents will face difficult situations like tummy cramps, teething, pain and fever, scratches and scrapes, allergies and coughs. Adcock Ingram OTC brings you a wide range of products to help parents take care of those challenges. Brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Welcome back to your Tuesday Afternoon Express Masterclass with our favorite guests this week. I'm talking about none other than Josh and Caroline. Now, we've definitely reached my favorite part of the show, where we get to indulge in all of our wonderful celeb-inspired meals that we have made and had the privilege of having dinner with Josh and Caroline. Now, let's dig in, guys.
It looks amazing.
What are you going for first?
I am going for the cocktail.
I was going to say, you both had the same idea.
It's that time of the night.
It is that time of the night. Dumi, can you just remind us of what we prepared?
Definitely. Now, we started it on a refreshing note where we made our mocktails here, our pineapple and lemon-infused mocktails. We then moved over to one of your other favorites, which is pap and chakalaka. And then we finished it off on a nice sweet note with our malva pudding with a nice, generous serving of custard.
Okay, on that note, please dish up for me, Tumza.
Sure.
And as you are dishing up, we've decided to ask you on social media, Mzansi, if you had to visit, or rather a celebrity come visit you in your home, which celebrity would it be and what would you cook for them? Now, Josh, Caroline, you've had the whole show to think of your answers. Who would you invite and what would you make?
I've been going back and forth. Maybe a little bit of a controversial one. But I would like to have dinner with Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, okay, I respect that. But what would you make for the Prince of Pop?
Some pasta.
Okay. Prancer for the Prince of Pop.
Some pasta, yeah.
Okay, are you good at making pasta?
I think it's pretty hard not to be good at making pasta. Like, I think you can get away with it, you know, even if you're not great at it.
Yeah.
Is the one.
For yourself, Caroline?
Akona. Oh, sorry. Nomce was the corner.
Oh, I love Ndlovu Zikode. She's one of my favorite artists. And what would you make for the? I'd like to call her the queen of Amapiano.
Pap and chisanyama.
Oh, I love that. While you dig into this, Pap, do me please dish up for our guests. Yes. Whilst we find out what your answers were on social media, we have got Charlene here, and Charlene said it would be Leon Schuster, and I would make him nice calamari. Okay, that sounds really, really good. We also have Cynthia who says it has to be Lorna Maseko. She is beauty and the brains, but yet humble. I will prepare for her chicken and mushroom in oyster sauce with basmati rice and prawn salad whilst I tap into her business mind. #Afternoon Express. Well, what incredible comments. I love hearing from you guys online, and I love the creativity behind that menu.
Definitely, I love the fact that they thought so out of the box with all their menus.
Yep, I love it. And shout out to everyone. I saw you online, wink, wink, who said you'd cook for me. I'm not much of a celebrity, child. I just bring you the food. But thank you so much. And Dumi, I saw a lot of people saying that they'd call their favorite celeb, but you would have to cook.
I don't mind. I don't mind. Call me. I'll be there. I'll cook for you.
We'll have to tag along.
Please, please. You can be the entertainment for the night.
Maybe can call you for Marlon.
For the malva
For the malva
Okay,
We'll just need a cleanup crew to come with us.
Yeah, well, talking about having a clean-up crew, we're about to clean up this food. Are you loving it? Are you delicious?
It's delicious.
It's really good.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Dumi, it's always such a pleasure. And just like that, curtains are drawn on this evening's Afternoon Express Masterclass. Now, beyond learning some incredible new skills to impress your dinner guests, I also hope that we have entertained you as I had this comedic duo, Conker, Caroline and Josh. But this Thursday, you'll also be joining us again for another star-studded approach when it comes to the masterclass. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And from us here, good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
This month, say it with flavor, taste, and aroma, so they'll know it was made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.